Zach and I talked on Snapchat for maybe a total of 10 selfies back and forth to each other. He was super, super sweet, but it was very clear to me that he was not actually interested, and the conversation stopped before anything could even get remotely flirty at all. With everything going on, I did not reply to Jeffrey's text in the moment. A few days later, on Monday, I woke up again in the middle of the night from a phone call from my little brother Ian, who was very, very upset. He told me he had tweeted saying, "Why do people act so tough online about somebody from his hometown who was bullying him?" And Jeffree Star, of all people, had quote tweeted Ian's tweet saying, "Why is your brother a predator? Why did you really move back to New York City? Exactly, shut the fuck up." Many people were quick to call out Jeffree for bullying a kid who had nothing to do with the situation literally at all, and he deleted the tweet. After this, I went to check my phone and noticed that Jeffree had texted me a few minutes prior, and I opened my phone to this. I really want to read this text out loud just so you all get to hear exactly what I had to read, but also so I don't miss anything. "Grayson is going on camera shortly to finally tell the world how you tried to molest him and touch him in his sleep and made him uncomfortable for months, you sick motherfucker. Next, Zach will be going on camera to tell how twisted and sick you were, trying to get him to like you and then make him feel bad when he didn't want to send you photos back. Then Sam from Seattle will be joining me and Cameron to talk about you trapping him in his hotel room. You need to be locked in prison for a very long time. You need the internet taken away from you. You are a danger to society." As disgusting as it is, I have to admit, bringing up Grayson Dolan was pretty clever. At the height of all these allegations and stories going around, both of the twins unfollowed me, not wanting to be associated, and fans started speculating that the rumors could be as to why. Too bad that aside from our pre-planned collaborative jokes that happened in the Sister Squad videos, me and Grayson flirting, nothing ever happened between us. And when all this went down, I knew Jeffree was lying because the twins were two of the first people to call me and make sure that I was okay. I already mentioned Zach, and I still have no idea who the Cameron Jeffree is referring to in this message is, but he also brought up Sam last, who we also already talked about. Later on that day, though, Jeffree was right. Sam did upload a video to his YouTube channel telling the whole story. He left out almost all the details and included an illegally recorded FaceTime call, which was on May 2nd, told you to remember that. But even through all of this, he still managed to get the point across that our interactions were 100% consensual. Next was Jeffree's tweet to my little brother Ian. Now, I did say that this video was going to be solely based on facts, and I of course can't prove what Jeffree was trying to imply here, and I don't want to put words into his mouth. But since it's now open for speculation, might as well clear the air. Ian actually went home for a few different reasons, but it's temporary. He had to get his wisdom teeth taken out, and he's also working on different modeling opportunities in New York City, and I am so incredibly proud of him. But he was also having a really, really hard time in LA. Dealing with a public breakup and negativity online sent him into diagnosed clinical depression, which he is now being treated for, and he wanted to be with my parents. Nothing more. Last but finally not least, Jeffree posted this tweet claiming he hadn't seen me since February and that Nate banned me from their home. Now, this so-called ban is the first time I'm ever hearing of this, and I just think it's really funny that Jeffree brought this up, considering the fact that he's tweeted me twice in between February and now saying that he missed me. Regardless, he ended that tweet by saying I was a danger to society and everything in Tati's video was 100% true. Adding insult to injury, not only did Jeffree text me, but he also went out of his way to text my best friend, Drew, this lovely message trying to turn him against me. Jeffree's messaging about me both in private and in public was hurtful, defamatory, extremely excessive, but most importantly, literally all based on lies. I wish I knew why he was doing all this, but at the same time, his track record with public feuds makes none of this a surprise. Tati made a video telling stories about me and publicly humiliating me, and now I have serious allegations against me that could be detrimental to my career. Hello, Future James here popping in again. I've been completely honest with my whole timeline thus far, and I obviously want to keep doing so I feel like it is only fair to mention that only within the past few days, pretty much everyone involved with this situation has started to reach out to me in some way, shape, or form. Sam Cook, the boy from Seattle, has called me 9 times and sent me a few different text messages about the situation, trying to make things right. Tati and her husband James have tried to reach out in order to schedule a meeting, but only through a mutual YouTube rep that we share. And I've also heard from that same person that Jeffree was open to a meeting as well. This whole thing has just been really difficult for me because throughout the past 3 weeks, literally all I've wanted and all I've asked for was for communication from these people, and I tried really, really hard to get that, and I didn't. So I declined the meetings because I felt like this was started publicly and it was addressed publicly, and I felt like it was only fair for me to address this publicly as well, before meeting behind the scenes and talking further. That sucks to say because I still have love for these people, and I hope that one day we all can sit down together in a meeting for closure and also to discuss how in the future, if problems do come up, we can talk in private with only us involved. But right now I just need time and space to kind of get my head back to where it needs to be and get my mental health back together before I kind of rekindle those friendships, because everything that happened still really, really hurt. And I like wouldn't wish what I went through upon even my worst enemy, no matter how angry I was. I've always tried to use my platform to spread positivity, but I feel like at this point it's my responsibility to be honest with you guys and tell you that the last few weeks of my life has literally been the most painful time that I've ever had to deal with. And my head and brain for a hot minute went to a place so dark that I didn't think that I was going to come back from. And I can't believe I just admitted that on camera. People always say that being a social media influencer is an easy job. And this is something that I've talked about time and time and time again on YouTube. We get it. But I don't think any human being ever is prepared mentally or physically to deal with the pain and anxiety of what it feels like to have millions and millions of people attacking you at one time. Having to read the hundreds of thousands of tweets and the YouTube videos and the articles about me and my character and my family based on things that were almost all lies, like, it messed me up. It messed me up is the best way that I can put it. And through all of this, I've learned that if I can get through this, I can get through anything. Joining in on bandwagon hate and cancel culture is incredibly, incredibly toxic, and it's very concerning to me that as a society, we're becoming okay with guilty until proven innocent instead of the other way around. I truly hope that everyone who participated in this, whether it be fans, influencers, drama channels, or credible news sources, take the time to think about your words and the impacts that they may have on others, because I assure you, and I promise you, it's a lot stronger than what you may think. Right now, I have a lot of positive changes that I want to work on in my life. First and foremost, I really want to focus more on spending time in person with the people that I love and care about the absolute most, and I also have a lot of work to do in terms of getting my mental health back to where it needs to be. What's now, you guys ask? My parents and little brother just got to LA this morning, and we all got to hug and be together as a family for the first time in a while, and all my closest friends that are not on my payroll, may I add, are all here too. We're celebrating my birthday next week. I'm turning 20. Gross. Many of you guys noticed that the Sisters Apparel website was down. I was so excited about a lot of the things that we had coming very, very soon, and just the line in general. I am so grateful for all of you guys' love and support on it. It was really, really fun to work on. I also love the team that I worked on it with, but unfortunately I had to sever ties with Killer Merch. I just don't see a world that exists where I could ever be in business with a team ran by someone like Jeffree Star. If you placed an order on the website before it went down, everything will still be fulfilled. Don't worry, you'll get your items. And if you had a gift card beforehand, make sure you hold on to it because the balance will be valid whenever we reopen, because we are coming back, I promise. In regards to the Sisters Tour, which I've gotten quite a lot of questions about, despite the ticket scandal, we are almost completely sold out nationwide, and that is mind-blowing to me, and I'm so grateful. I know there's been a lot of emails and speculation. As of right now, I unfortunately do not have a full answer on what is happening with the tour, but I will have an update for you guys by the end of this week, I promise. Going on tour has been a dream of mine for so long now, and I really want this to happen. I just feel like meeting you guys and hugging you and just getting to thank you face to face for what you've done for me is exactly what I need in my heart right now, but at the same time towards a lot. And it's a big, big commitment, and I want to make sure that I know what I'm getting into, and that when I walk on stage every night, it's with a genuine smile, and you guys can feel that, and you're able to smile as well. So I'll keep you posted. As for my YouTube channel, I decided that I'm going to be taking some much needed time away from content production. On my last few videos, I've definitely noticed quite a lot of comments talking about my ego or my attitude getting the best of me and getting to my head, and I appreciate the constructive criticism and feedback, and after a lot of reflection, I think you're right. I've lost focus, and that sucks so much, but I want to get back to it so badly, and I want to get back to my original goal when I have no motivation other than just creating original content. And that'll happen for sure, and I already have some great ideas in the works, but it's just going to take a little bit of time. As for my other social medias, I pledged to myself that I'm going to try to power down as much as I can. I'm sure I'll be checking here and there, of course, but I do really want to focus more on in-person time and the people around me that are loving and caring. And that includes all of you guys. Whenever I do come back, I don't know when it is, but I just cannot wait to show you guys a better version of me. I want to end this video today with two things: an apology and a thank you. To my sisters, I'm sorry if I disappointed you, and I'm really sorry that you had to watch all this go down. You saw a side of me that I'm really not proud of and that I know I need to work on changing, and trust me, I will be. I recognize the fact that I haven't always been the best role model, and that sucks. I've tried, but I will try way harder. But also to my sisters, thank you. Thank you for the messages and the tweets and the emails and the comments that I've received over the past week, making sure that I was okay. And the same thank you goes out to all the fans that were concerned, but offer constructive criticism in hopes that I'd be better. It does not go unnoticed, and you guys helped fill my heart with love when I truly didn't think anything would be able to. The same thank you also goes out to all my influencer friends that reached out to me in private to make sure I was okay during all of this. When it felt like the entire world hated me, it was really comforting to know that there were other people that understood the situation that were willing to show their love. I know who you are, you know who you are, and one day I'll make sure that all of you guys know who they are as well. I think that is all I got at this point. Thank you for watching if you made it all the way to the end, and in the spirit of turning something negative into a positive, bye, sister.